you filing your nails? Are you filing your nails?
It's the motherfucking DRE. Dr. Dre, motherfucker.
Hey, what is going on, YouTube?
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Hey everyone, welcome to Pop XP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the Pop XP channel. Hey, what is going on, YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here, Niles Scala with the Pop XP. And tonight, it's crowdfunding comics, creator power hour. Oh, man. You know what's crazy? I got to tell you all something. So before I started this stream tonight, right, I got a phone call at like 6 o'clock. A good friend of mine had a tree fall down in front of his house. So I went over there with that power hour energy, and I took that tree out, cleaned it all up. Got here 20 minutes before the stream. Quick shower. Here I am. I'm ready to rock and roll. But we got some great campaigns tonight. We've got some great comics we're going to be looking at. And we're going to be chatting with a good friend. You know, we could talk some BS tonight, but this is going to be some good BS. And we're going to be chatting a little bit about his novel. So everyone, let's welcome our guest tonight. First and foremost, hopefully I get his last name right. We've got Mr. Chris Ouellette in the house. Chris, how you doing?
Nailed the name. Perfect. Thank you. I'm
Perfect,
doing
man.
well. Thank you.
We're glad to have you on. Your book looks amazing. I can't wait to dive into what you're doing, how you've broken it apart, and it's going to be fun to chat about this, and I can't wait. You gave us some special preview stuff that we're going to be checking out, so I'm looking forward to that.
I did, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, too. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. And then, everyone, please welcome Mr. B.S. Warren. What's going on there, Commander?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, my hand is too far to that side. So, how you doing? How you doing? Great to see you, dude. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Got you on the stream. We had a fun time. You know, we wined and dined in Baltimore. We hung out, you know, our shoes stuck to the floor in that really shady restaurant, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
And glad to have you on so we can, you know, you told me a lot about your novel, the book that you've been working on. And I'm really excited to actually get some more information because that thing is a brick.
Oh yeah, I got it right here.
Look at this thing. Wow.
Yeah. 900 pages in paperback form. So
yes, font size is 72.
Yeah. No, I did actually make the font size pretty big so that people would have an easy time reading it. So,
nah, but I love the cover. It's from what you told me, it's awesome. So I'm glad to hear about it again tonight. And everyone, please welcome back. We got Mr. Hojo in the house. What's going on, brother?
What's happening now? What's going on, guys?
Mythicals 2.
We're back.
You're back. You're still doing it.
I feel like I never stopped.
Hey, once you, it's like you know, what is it? The Lay's potato chips, right? Once you have one, you just can't stop.
Once you pop, yeah.
That's it.
I think that's
there
Pringles,
we go.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Is it?
Is it?
Whatever. They're all chips. They're all chips. Don't you correct me? How dare you? How dare you? What are you drinking tonight?
It's some of my homebrew actually.
Homebrew.
It's a white IPA.
Oh, nice. And a fancy mug, too. Classy.
It's like a camping mug. It's the only thing I had down here. I didn't feel like going upstairs, and it looked a little weird to have a solo cup.
I hear. And everyone in the chat, how you all doing? Glad you're all joining us tonight. And if you can, share that stream so we can show off some great books tonight. And again, for everyone that's watching this, if you look below in the description, all the links are there. So while we're talking about stuff, if you want to pop up another window, dive into some of the campaigns a little more as we're chatting about them, feel free. And also feel free to share those links. You know, copy and paste it in your socials, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. Get those out there. But let's dive into it because I want to talk about Chris's book. Chris is new to the channel; he's never been on before, and he's an incredible artist with such a great, unique style that just you're drawn to everything he does. So let's bring it up here. We've got Satellite Girl #1.
Yes, sir.
This is live now on Kickstarter. You've got 7 days to go, and you are funded, which is great.
We are funded. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that my publisher and I want to make sure we got this made. So, you know, set the bar low enough to make sure it would happen. And people came out in droves. You know, we were funded within the first 24 hours, and then you know, it's been slowly but surely ticking up every day since. So it's been great.
Very nice. Now, is this your first endeavor into crowdfunding or no?
Yeah, it is. This is. I'm excited about it. It's fun. I'm dipping my toe in it to start, which is fun. And yeah, I'm excited about the book. It should be a lot of fun.
Very cool. Now, has you know, since you've never been on the show before, I usually do like to find out, man, like, you know, with comics and stuff of that, graphic novels and things, has this something that you always wanted to do? Like, were you always a comics fan growing up, or was this a later in life thing?
No, totally, 100%. You know, since, you know, as early as I could read, I would say, even before I could really read, because, you know, I think like most of us, we start off, we're just looking at pictures. We're not really reading the ins and outs of Watchmen or what have you at 8 years old. But the art always drew me in. I've always been a comics fan. Always, you know, earliest aspirations as a kid when somebody asked me what I wanted to do was work in comics or draw comics. And then, you know, I got away from it for a little while in high school and college, went more to the theater and like playwriting and screenwriting route. And, but always kind of, you know, always drew for myself, always drew on the side, did posters and album art for friends and what have you. And then really after college and then still dabbled, tried to go a little more fine art for a little while, still doing illustration work and commissions. And then in the last couple of years, really committed hard to getting, sorry, I just saw the, BMT again, wasn't reading it, looking at the pictures. But yeah, it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I really committed to advancing my sequential abilities and trying to tell stories and put in the hours to get this done. And so, yeah, this is my first full length comic, and I'm really excited about it. I hope people get a chance to check it out, get on the ground floor, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. And let's we'll play your campaign video and then we'll dive into everything that you've been putting together.
Yeah, sure.
Very nice, man. Very
Thanks.
nice.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
publisher Tanner Hurley put that together. I think he did a pretty great job.
Nice. Tanner's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that name from somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done he's done crowdfunded and Kickstarter books before, but he found me on Instagram. I guess last December, I guess, and reached out because he was putting together a anthology magazine, kind of like a heavy metal style magazine.
Yeah, I know him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his? He has a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, he does. I think he's an Apothic Press.
Yeah, because when I saw Apothic, it popped in my head. Now I was like, I know
Yeah.
that from somewhere too.
And he does Doc's coffee shop as well.
That's where I know him from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Great guy, really great. Yeah, collect me out, and
He's young, isn't he? Like 19 or 20 or something like that.
Huh?
Isn't he very? He's pretty young too.
No, he's about my age. I mean, he's around 40.
Okay.
I believe.
Never mind.
That's still young.
Yeah, I agree.
That's still young. Come on. I'm hitting
Well,
my 39
40s.
in
I'm
like
in my
a month and a
40s,
half.
so yeah, I can't say that.
Yeah, no, but your art style is incredible.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Is anything inspire your style, or is it just like you just found your niche?
Yeah, it's well, it's a lot. It's a melting pot full of plenty of influences. When I was a kid, I, of course, I grew up with Jim Lee and all that, and all the '90s stuff and the image stuff, and then Joe Matariro was kind of like my first that's my guy kind of.
Yeah. Some of it was like Roquefort-esque, like that one picture of the helmet that was exploding or something. I was like,
totally,
that looks like Roquefort, man.
He's a big influence. I mean, a lot of my storytelling I think comes from like a lot of Frank Whiteley, and some of my textures and ink work and characterization can kind of come from him a lot. There's a little Jeff Darrow in my detail obsession. There's
I see it.
Egon, like fine art like Gustav Klimt and Egon Schiele are big influences for like anatomy and whatnot. And then this, I wanted just this to pop as much as possible. And I've been trying to find a great way to describe what this book is and kind of give the gist of it. And I think I'm considering kind of like my debut, like my mixtape. This is my debut LP. It's 3 short tracks, 3 stories. They're self-contained. It's 3 girls who each have the title Satellite Girl, which is like a sidekick job to a Captain Cosmos, who's like a Flash Gordon mentor guy. And these are like their side adventures. And each one has a beginning, middle, and end. Each one's a self-contained story. And it's meant to like give you like an intro into my style as an artist and as a storyteller at large. And then the hope is that people dig it, like the tracks, and want to come back for more, and then keep building until we have like an album down the road.
That's awesome. Now you have 3 stories here.
Yes.
So 3 different stories. So can you
3 chapter? Yeah, 3 short stories. This first one, the one that's in color, is Satellite Girl 12, and then the second one, which you have the inks for, is Satellite Girl 11, and then the pencils for Satellite Girl 10. So we're working our way backwards. There have been 12 Satellite Girls. These are the most recent 3.
Very cool.
That's clever.
So that's Satellite Girl 11. She's like this android kind of geisha inspired Grant Morrison era kind of short story.
Yeah, and I'll bring up the PDFs you sent me, but can we talk a bit? So what do we have in the short stories? Can you give us a bit of a synopsis of what each story is?
Yeah, the first one is the one that's colored Satellite Girl 12. That's kind of a well, really, it's a drug run, or she's on her way to go score and get sidetracked with kind of that girl stranded on an alien planet kind of trope from old Strange Worlds and old EC comics kind of vibe. And it's her, surviving and I don't want to give too much away. And then she encounters some alien locals, and she has to deal with that. And then the second one is about obsessed fandom, about a stalker. This guy, named Murat Garrison, and he is going to in Prague in winter, going to go see a concert being performed by the Satellite Girl 11, it ends up being somewhat of a sting operation. He's an Uber fan, kind of a John Hinckley Jr. Obsessed person, who basically, if nobody can have her, or he wants to associate his fame with her fame, and ends up attacking a decoy. And this is a big spoiler, but it's not clear. But I want people to be able to see it, that it was all a ruse. And this is kind of the Darrow money shot. That's a big double page spread.
Very nice.
Punching through his skull because there's a voice triggered explosive in his throat. And so the fastest way to eliminate it is to punch the trigger out of his throat.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
like awesome. I love you see his spine coming out.
Yeah, the color.
Oh yeah, I like it.
That helps sell that a lot better. But yeah,
I like how you designed her skin.
Thanks. Yeah, there's some of that Roquefort, some of that Cyber Force.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very nice.
And then it ends with a nice little Christmas carol, and it's a fun, happy little adventure.
Yeah, very cool.
And then chapter 3 is the title is Truth in Advertising, and this is kind of takes place around the 2000s era, or of 99 2000, and she's kind of this Beyonce halftime Super Bowl outfit bounty hunter who is returning an alien she found back to the home planet, to which you find it's like an elaborate stadium of aliens waiting for her and waiting for the prisoner. Seems very violent, and then it gets revealed that this is a little bit more of a Pepsi commercial or a Mountain Dew commercial that she's been tricked into being the star of. At which point she's been lied to and tricked to get there because they want to use her celebrity. And it turns into this big soda orgy, and she tosses him to the wolves. And I don't have the final page, but the final page, let's say, is explosive and involves a certain kind of mint.
Wow, very cool.
When dropped into soda, can have lasting repercussions.
I was gonna say like a junior mint.
Like a mint?
Like that.
Like
Yeah, it's a fresh maker.
A junior mint.
Yeah. Something, the Foo Fighters did a little parody on
there you go.
Mints. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I'm just digging your art, dude.
Man.
Obviously this is the first time I discovered your art when we got, the email inquiries to come on and some of the stuff they sent, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's all penciled and inked traditionally, and then colored digitally.
Is that Britney Spears?
Yeah, it's based on the classic Rolling Stones cover. The Rolling Stone cover she did back in the 90s.
Yeah, love it.
Kind of speaking to the pop idol icon trope, or the it girl aesthetic that I'm going for. These were done as like reward headshots, like pin-up headshots that ended up becoming variant covers of each of the various Satellite Girls. And for the next issue, the next 3 Satellite Girls will also get this pose or version as well.
Very nice, dude.
Yeah, I like it.
This is a bookmark here?
Yeah, it's a bookmark which has been unlocked as metal.
Very nice.
So that'll be being made. That's a poster that's within the world of the comic. So when the first page of chapter 2, he's walking by a big poster. That'll be the poster that's on there.
Very cool. You got a postcard coming?
Yeah, we're gonna do like a little holiday card, which I'm actually in the process of penciling right now, which I can show a little bit of. But yeah, it's going to be kind of all of them all the girls on a couch together with Captain Cosmos and one of the alien guys. Kind of like almost like they're on like the Friends couch, which I thought I had this idea before the recent events.
Oh yeah.
But I'm sticking with it because it's a nice little setup, and just an extra thank you from us to the people who pledge.
Nice. Now, will you have any original art tiers?
I do. If you go down, we've a couple of the Britney covers available, as well as the variant covers. I'm not. It should be at the bottom. There we go. The Satellite Girl 11, the Geisha one is already sold, but the original, these are 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10 pinups, and then the original Britney covers for sale as well. I'm keeping all the original art for myself for now, for the interiors, just to hold on to it, and the original cover. I want to keep it complete. Honestly, I'm just not ready to let go of it yet.
Especially if it's your first one, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know what it could grow into. You got to hang on to those original pages.
Right.
Nice. And you've got different. So do you have different retailer levels?
Yeah, I have a couple. I just wanted to make it enticing for those who want to. Well, a lot of these are basically the same one, just with different variant.
That's a great retail level. $40.
I know, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we're make a small profit. They'll make a small profit if they want to. They can mark it up. I mean, there's nothing. I can't stop them from marking it up if they want. but just give some kind of incentive to buy in bulk and get it out there to as many people as possible.
Oh, that's cool, man. Are you guys going to reach out locally to the shops to see?
Yeah, I got one shop that I'm going to probably do on consignment, I think, and then another one that's interested in when we have our finished product, checking it out and putting it on their shelf. But it's my first campaign. I'm trying to figure it all out. Tanner's been a big help. She's done this before.
Yeah. You guys should reach out to Richie's Comic Cabana. He'll probably take them for you.
Okay, cool.
All right. Very nice, man. Very cool campaign. I like what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's after this? It's successful. You get it. You get it it's funded. You get it fulfilled. Yep. Are we going to continue going backwards?
Yeah, that's the plan. So there's 12. There have been 12 Satellite Girls in total. We're going to work our way back to number 1, with 3 chapters or 3 girls per issue. So that's 3 more books, 4 total. And then after that, there's another graphic novel I've planned in the worlds of this, but not specifically with Satellite Girl, though she does make an appearance. And then after that, there is a whole Satellite Girl story I'm looking to tell with all of them together for one big adventure.
Number 0.
Yeah, number 0. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Some overlap, some don't. Some live, some die. But basically, you get a track of each one. You get a song for each, and then just to give you an introduction to who they are, and the decade and era that they each represent. So it's kind of, for instance, the '90s one is very tank girl. The '80s one is very like Jane Fonda, jazzercise, fighting a giant kaiju. And if you look at the cover for this issue, the toy store, the action figures on the back cover. There you go. Below next issue, those are the 3 Satellite Girls that will be featured in the next issue 2.
Oh, nice little Easter egg.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So they're sidekicks. So and you have 3 very different stories, right? What is their role as the sidekick?
Well, that's partly you get a sense of them on their solo adventures. This is them kind of stepping out from their main job as Captain Cosmos. Okay, as Captain Cosmos's sidekick, Satellite Girl. And kind of the plan is to give you a little snippets or hints at the larger story that will eventually be told. But just kind of wanted to introduce the world and again, kind of flex my muscles. And it's as much an introduction to the characters as it is an introduction to me as an artist and as a comic creator.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
So, yeah,
now, you guys have any plans on rolling this over to any other crowdfunding site? See if any of their different cultures are into it?
Plans to put it digitally on the Apothic site after make it still available. I don't know about Fund My Comic or whatever that I don't know much about that. I'm pretty new to all this, but that's partly why I've got Tanner in charge of all that. That way he can focus on campaigning, and I can focus on making the dopest book I can.
Perfect, man. Well, hey, Chris, I really appreciate you guys reaching out and coming on here and showing off this book. This is definitely awesome. And everyone, if you get a chance, click that link, dive into it a little more, look at those pages. It's beautiful sequential art, such a great style, definitely something, a style that's refreshing, I would say, in my opinion, to comics. And give this thing a look, give it a back. If you don't have the funds to back it, or even if it's not fully your cup of tea, just continue to help support the indie community and just share the link out. Maybe one person, maybe 50 people that'll back it. You never know. Anything to help support the indie community.
Exactly. Thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Well, if you can hang out with us, please do. If you got things to do, you can head out if you like. But we're gonna get up Mr. B.S. Warren, and we're gonna talk a little about what you have going on, my man.
Yeah. So, I'm B.S. Warren. I'm the Blacksmith of Worlds, author of Young Monarchs and many more works to come. Yeah, I'm primarily writing prose stuff right now, but I am going to eventually branch out into comic books. The comic books are just, it's a different animal. So, yeah. But yeah.
Are you looking to adapt anything that you're currently writing or plan on writing to a graphic novel form?
I'm definitely considering it, but what's probably going to happen first is just I'm going to write some straight up comics, primarily superhero ones, because I have what's the word?
Plethora of
fixation. What? Well, what did you say?
Is that a plethora of ideas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plethora of ideas, of course. But no. I have a thing. I have a thing for superheroes. I like superheroes a lot. I think there's some special magic about someone who swoops down out of the swoops down out of the sky and, you know, saves the day. I think there's someone special about that, especially if they're in a drippy costume. So
now, is this a true fact here? B.S. Warren is also a master pumpkin carver.
I yes, that is true. I am a master pumpkin carver. Yeah,
take it.
Yeah, yeah.
That mask is actually a pumpkin, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
He airbrushed it.
Yeah, surprise. No.
Dried it out and airbrushed it.
No, I just take the top of my head off, and then you surprise my whole head's a pumpkin. No, but I usually do. If you know what VTubers are, I carve a lot of VTuber pumpkins, so put them in those fan art communities. I've done rock stars like Johnny Cash, Prince.
The Prince one was dope.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the Johnny Cash one a lot better. He turned out a lot better than Prince did, I think. And then there was also, what is the one I'm thinking of? Oh, the Van Halen one also turned out really well. So I'll see if I can post some pictures of that, and I'll tag you in them so you can share them around if you want to take a look. But yeah.
Very cool, man. So let's talk Young Monarchs, you know, the book that you have out that you've funded, you've fulfilled, you've got up on Amazon, you've got another print of physicals in the works. So what is Monarchs, the Young Monarchs band? Tell us about this book.
Yeah, so Young Monarchs, Last Worthy Kingdoms is an epic adult high fantasy prose novel set in the vibrant world of All Earth, where arcane forces and technological wonders clash without mercy for dominion of the planet. The story is focused on 8 royal heirs who, during an insane week-long bender, unintentionally caused several international incidents, and they have to go behind their parents' backs to diffuse hostilities before an all-out war between the 8 kingdoms occurs. The book is roughly about 180,000 words, which totals out to over 900 pages in paperback form. I got the paperbacks right here. Yeah, this is what you'll see with the next print run, except on the back, probably which is the right corner, probably in this corner. You'll see an ISBN. But then I have the hardcovers as well. But yeah, the hardcovers, I want to revamp them a little because this one is glossy. I'm thinking maybe a matte cover and maybe, I don't know, revamp for a different cover, something like that. But yeah, next thing you'll see is paperbacks, and I have to discuss it with Hojo more. But I'm hoping to meet up with him at Big Lit Comic Con in Nova in April, right?
Yeah, it's mid-April. Yeah.
Yeah, with some fresh stock. So
nice.
Yeah,
nice. I love your cover. Who did your cover?
So a guy out in Japan did my cover, Sunshiro. He's absolutely phenomenal. Hold on. I will, if you don't mind, I can actually I can pull up. He has a link tree. Or he has the Japanese version of a link tree. But he is absolutely phenomenal. And he's a freaking I don't want to say something. Oh, I'm not allowed to post links. That's okay. I'll post it in the private chat. But hold up. There we go, right there. But he, he's a freaking mutant. He is. He's knocking through. Like, I tested him out with like a few character commissions. I had him do like 4 of the main characters. Each one, I promise you, takes less than the weekday of the week. Like, it's like less than 5 days every time, just bang, bang, bang. And he nails the vision almost every time. He's awesome. He really is.
Wow,
yeah. Really fair warning. He does yaoi hentai, so you may want to be careful with scrolling. I probably should have mentioned that first. I'm sorry.
Just in time.
But yeah.
And did he do the back art too on the back of the book?
Yes, he did. Yeah. So it's not up there, but I'll hold up the paperback.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You'll find out whose jaws those belong to when you read the book. It's awesome. Yeah.
So we're talking 900 pages.
Yeah, 900 pages of high fantasy action, explosive romance, and the greatest clashes between good and evil you'll ever see. That's awesome, dude.
Thick, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the 8 main characters there featured on the cover. That's Anubis in the middle, the purple one. He's an insidiously blessed academic prodigy from the underworld. That guy in the bottom right with the blue skin is a shapeshifter. His name's Tetris. He's an engineer. And then we got Raiden. She's the girl with the lightning coming off of her. And then Bjorn Heavyhorn of the Beast Tribe. He's the Minotaur. And then to the left, that's the gold-skinned lad in the yellow armor. That's Prince Tyrael the First of the Shining City of Heaven. And then that suntan bombshell he's cozying up to is Dragon Princess Kara of the Burning Empire. And then the robot there is Trajan. I like to characterize him as a special egg. He's enormously fun to write. And then finally, down in the bottom left is Princess Drageda of the Deep Wood, Princess of the Great Wood. So
nice.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with all those names?
A variety of things. So Drageda is actually a town in Ireland. Anubis, Raiden, and Anubis and Raiden are mythological, obviously. And then Bjorn is, I wanted something more Viking because Bjorn comes from he comes from the Tribelands, where these this amalgamation of man beast hybrids live in basically these barbarian tribes. So I was looking for something a little more kind of close to Norse mythology, or not Norse mythology, but what's the word? Norse something. But and then Kara,
Scandinavian.
Yeah, Scandinavian. Yeah, something that sounded more Scandinavian. And then Kara, I kind of just pulled that one out of my rear. Tyrael is Christian and like in nature, I think. Yeah. Trajan is Roman, and then sorry, thinking of something else. But yeah, Trajan is Roman, and then Tetris, he comes from the Northern Oceans. Tetris is actually the name of a fish. Most of the characters that reside in the Northern Oceans, you'll see they're either named after a fish or named after some kind of ocean god. So
okay, very cool. So for someone that's buying this, because right now they can, if they have Kindle Unlimited, they can get this book.
Yeah.
Or if you don't, you can buy it for $6.99 digitally on Amazon. So if someone buys this, I mean, what are they going to get? What kind of story are we talking here?
Lots of royal intrigue. When you start off, it's going to be a little bit like The Hangover, because obviously, if you click read more, you'll see in the bio, they take some mushrooms during this festival commemorating a peace summit, and then they go cause some several international incidents, and from there they're hatching harebrained schemes in the shadows. If any of you have ever read the Redwall books, the book is structured similarly to that.
Oh, I love the Redwall books.
Oh, dude, Brian Jacques is one of the greatest to ever do it, man. He's absolutely phenomenal. But it's structured similarly to that. Part one, lots of intrigue that you'll get that Hangover type story there. Harebrained schemes, you'll see some of the romances come out. And then book two, which is Ivory Falls, because it's divided up into book one, book two, and book three. But it's all one novel. But book two, Ivory Falls, you'll see everything goes sideways. You'll find out in the interlude right before book two that the Monarchs have, agendas of their own in motion, and then everything's going to go sideways in book two, and then the grand finale, book three, the Kingdoms Clash. You're going to see the ultimate culmination of all the conflicts in the book. It's absolutely phenomenal. Leave you on your knees begging to wear merch for it. It's gonna rock.
Where's the merch at?
I'm working on it. There are some companies out there that actually do like merch partnerships. So basically you license the characters to them, and they'll help you produce the merch in exchange for like a cut of it. So I'm working on trying to secure a deal with that. Yeah, and I want Senshiro to do the art for the merch as well, because he's phenomenal.
He's great. He's great. I would have scrolled through more, but I got that warning, so
yeah.
I'll have to look on my own accord. But so obviously this book's out, right? So when is the next book?
So right now, I'm currently working on 2 other projects. One of them is what I call a grim fantasy series. It's kind of like grimdark, except it's not dark because I have a very magic rich world that's very vibrant because that's kind of my thing. Um, but yeah, so I have that. That's a 4-part fantasy series set in this cold, barren wasteland that's so cruel and unforgiving that even the gods have abandoned it. I'm working on that right now. That's called Fist of Terraheim. That's set in its own universe. And then I'm also working on a standalone space opera novel called Heavy Metal Space Quest, which is about this young woman who, after growing up and hearing her grandfather's stories of his adventures as a gunslinger across the galaxy, she is embarking on her own gunslinger's journey, and she's going to meet all kinds of wild people. Like she'll meet some time travelers, these 2 ex-military alcoholic pilots, a tyrant prince, a mad cultist, the galaxy's greatest assassin, and an android freedom fighter. So that's a barrel of fun. Fist of Terraheim takes priority for me, though. That's what I'm working on right now. Both of those, I'm aiming to release them in 2026 because I take a lot of time. Everything's got to be, everything's got to be perfect. Everything has to be worthy of the audience's gaze. So I'm doing everything I can, though, to drag it closer because I would love to release both of them in 2025. But yeah, and then of course I mentioned earlier I think I mentioned, yeah, I didn't mention it earlier. I am working on comics as well, but those are a ways out because that's an ongoing universe I have planned. So, but
Well,
yeah,
you got a lot of ambitious things going on, man. Especially if these are going to be some more 900-page books.
dude, you should see. I don't have one of my notebooks next to me, but you should see my backlog, man. It's like the Fist of Terraheim and Heavy Metal Space Quest are my immediate projects, but in total, I've got 7 standalone novels, 2 4-part book series, potentially a 3-part book series. It just keeps stacking and stacking and stacking, and all of them have the spark. All of them have the magic, and they enter my head, and I'm like, damn. It just you guys probably get it. It reaches a point where you're like, damn, now I have to do this now. I can't just keep it in my head.
Well, the ideas never stop, right? The ideas flow so fast that we can't physically produce what we want to create because there's just, time is, not on our side. And it's just next thing you know, you see one thing and you get inspired, You can be driving, all of a sudden you look at something and it just triggers this thought. And then while you're driving, it's expanding and expanding. And now you have another new idea you want to work on.
Yeah,
For
hold
me,
on, I
it's
write
the
something down.
shower.
Hold on, thanks.
Yeah, right. It's crazy, but man, BS dude, you got some great stuff going on. Really, I want to get a copy of this myself. I want to check out Young Monarchs, read it, do a horrible review on it. Make you look bad, but
What's your favorite part of Young Monarchs?
Oh yeah, let's do
right?
that.
None of it. It's trash. No, I'm joking. No, you put a lot of time and effort in it, so I really want to give it a shot, get my hands on a copy and read it myself. But yeah, man, I look forward to all this great stuff you have lined up, dude.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Very cool,
Yeah.
very cool, and keep us in the loop. You're all you guys are always welcome back on whenever you got something or you want to hang out. But cool for bringing us some Young Monarchs, letting us know what the future holds. And now, Mr. Hojo, it's your time for the
roll.
Mythicals.
Oh, dope.
This is you, bro. This is
Yep.
you.
Cool
Fund my
shades.
comic.
Yeah, launching for the first 30 days or so there, and then we'll flip the Kickstarter and Indiegogo switches and basically break the pool cue over the knee and just say have at it.
Yes. Now with Mythicals, the Mythicals #1, I mean, were you getting good feedback? Did you get any feedback that you brought into issue 2?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of, unless people were just being nice, I got a lot of great reviews, and then a lot of kind of art. I guess somebody said something about the coloring, but that's got nothing to do with me. Like, I mean, that's not my skill set, I guess, on this. But no, it was received pretty positive, and I got a lot of DMs. I hope you're studious and doing #2 because I need it like right now. And so, well, here you go. Like 5 months later, well, I guess I launched the first book in February of this year. and launched about 3 weeks ago again.
That's
So
cool. That's cool because I know when we first had you on, you were kind of like, well, we'll see how book 1 does, and
yeah,
if it does do it good, maybe we'll launch one, next year. But look at that, just a few months after,
yep,
we're already into issue 2. So let's play this campaign video, and then we'll dive into your
sure,
campaign.
sure.
I told that moron not to take out my Tchaikovsky tape. No matter, let's get started. Yeah, Nancy Moon. The last time we left our heroine, she had just joined my esteemed colleagues at level M. And the soldier who don't stop talking, a magician with money issues, and a vampire with a checkered past. But there are other teammates she's yet to meet. One in particular might be a little bit shocking for her. I do hope she's not allergic. Back it today, won't you? Like right now.
You got to get that in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very
I love
cool,
Super
dude.
Troopers.
The little Super Troopers. Freaking love that movie. All right, so let's do this, right? So you got some people that people watching this live, people that are going to be watching this recorded.
Yeah.
Where were we in the Mythicals 1, and what are we going to be getting in the Mythicals 2?
So with issue 1, we found out that these monsters and all this stuff is real, and she gets recruited in this top secret underground organization that fights monsters and goes, protects the world from supernatural threats. Like a little bit of kind of mixes some Dresden Files and like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and stuff like that. And so this issue picks up right where we left off. Like it's the next day, like her first day at work.
Mm-hmm.
And so she comes to find out that like things are a lot weirder than she thought it was going to be. Like not only is it just, she got saved by a team of like monsters and monster hunters, but she goes to work and it's like that scene in Men in Black when he comes in and he sees all that stuff. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like her handler, her first day at work is a talking cat. And so we just hit the ground running with issue 2. We pick up again with the Inquisitor, our antagonist, looking for the mysterious pieces of 8. And so we continue to peel back a little bit of the onion, do some exposition dumps, some lore on what the Mythicals are, the backdrop and what they do, the history a little bit, and how we got to where we are now.
Oh, very cool. Now, who's your interior artist?
And so we got right now his name's I'm a butchered. I know it's Alexandre Nascimento. He's from Brazil. The whole art team's from Brazil except for letters. So
Nice.
keeping it in house.
Yeah, no, the interiors look great. Very cool. Now this is a wraparound cover, right?
Yeah, dude, it
says
sick.
it right there. Duh.
Yeah.
It says it right at the top. No, that's cool, man. How many covers do we have on this campaign?
3 on this one. So we
Awesome.
went from 2 to 3.
2 to 3. There you go. Growing it. You got trading cards on here.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
One of them is metal. The werewolf is going to be metal.
Cool. Now this is another cover here, right?
Yep, that's the
By
John
John
Dillard
Dillard.
cover there.
Very cool. I like that. Transforming into the wolf. You got some stickers.
Yeah.
6 a.m.
Yep.
Very cool. Mark's awesome.
Yeah, he came in at the last minute. He was like, "Dude, I didn't even see that DM like 2 months ago. I'm so stupid." I was like,
Yeah,
"No, you're just." I was like, "You're just late and busy. It's no
Yeah.
big deal."
He's so busy. What do you have here? What do you got? A collector's box?
Yeah, I got we did one with the first one, and I had some left over, so we're gonna take all the contents from box 2, and we'll stuff it with the first box, and like, I think only Ethan's got offers more in a box, except I don't have toys because I can't afford toys.
Eventually, you'll get there.
Really.
You got some original art on here.
Yep.
Very nice. Now, do you get all the art from your artist?
Yeah, whatever page I want, he said he would send it to me,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
we'll send it to the backer.
And they're traditional? Or are they
Yep.
digital?
Yep. Oh yeah, they're traditional.
That's
cool.
awesome. Now, because you're starting to do like a little bit of convention stuff, are you bringing original art pages to sell?
That might be a good idea.
Well, it is a good idea. You should
I'm
do it.
gonna write that down right now.
Write that down. See how we get these ideas?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm telling you. So this is pretty cool, man. So we're in this this world where basically monsters exist.
Yep. It's almost like a BPRD. Like, I never read BPRD. I've seen the first Hellboy movie, and
Yeah.
I was like, after I'd already kind of come up with this, I'm like, well, son of a bitch, Mike.
So this
That's a lot.
this stuff's real, but I mean, so what's going on? Who are we fighting? You know, who are the villains? What do we have? going on?
Well, that's our main villain, or is it? He, like I said, he's almost like at this point, like Jaws in the water. You know, like they don't know he's there, but we see him. You know, he's like, because in the first book, he's off in Spain, and they're, you know, here in Washington D.C. So
Mhm.
you jump from these different places around the world where the shit's popping off, and she was the case. You know, like they go on these cases. You know, there was like a threat. It's almost like Ghostbusters. Like they get an alert. You know, like something's going on here. Blah blah blah. Here we are. We go fight the monsters. We bring them in. And we do what we need to do. But she was a case. You know, somebody was after her, and so it turns out she's a mythical too. And so, issue 2, she finds out what a mythical is, and our werewolf here, he used to be the field commander, which is our little smart ass '90s throwback pouch boy.
Mm-hmm.
He used to have his job, so he used to be the alpha. So he's not the alpha anymore. So they have to come back and bring him in, and we didn't. Chandra, the blue lady, she wasn't in the first issue because I can't, with 24 pages. I couldn't do 7 people on a team.
Mm-hmm.
It just, like, they would get 2 pages a piece. It would be too convoluted. And, you know, I got to get people to get their time to shine.
Yeah.
And so we got the whole team together at the end of this book, and then issue 3 is where we're just like, all right, we have to find these pieces of 8 this phrase keeps popping up.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out, like, they don't know what's going on. The Inquisitor, he's got his own mission, and it's going to be all connected. Like, they're going to run into him down the road here.
Gotcha. Now, so your main character, what is her power? Because I'm seeing, you know, like a flame or something coming from her hand.
Yeah, she can also control like plant life and stuff too, like make stuff grow from the ground. And well, she's not that good at it yet.
So she's like Mother Nature.
Yeah, kind of. Like,
very
mythical
cool.
is like my little blanket term for almost like a mutant or a metahuman, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a powered individual, but usually have something to do with like the supernatural or like a fairy tale or a legend. Like, they're called mythicals for a reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with your werewolf, you said, you know, he used to be the alpha, right? So now with him coming back, do you have conflict in there with him not being in that role?
Dude, those two together. So anything really with Lucas is so fun to write because, like, I pull from my military experience. He's kind of based off of this, like, squad leader I had. I was like, dude, never stop talking. And, like, he was always talking shit. That's all he did. And so that's all he does. Him and the vampire have this dynamic where he just makes fun of him and says he looks like he's in a Cure cover band. And, like, when the werewolf comes back, he's just like, you know, I can, like, literally just rip your head off like that. And he's like, well, I don't see you doing it, bro. So, like, it's funny, but they have a shared love of heavy metal. So,
oh, that's awesome. Now with issue 1, I mean, is there a level here where you can get issue 1 still?
Yeah, man, you can get the Gilmore cover and the Dandal cover. Like, you can get both of them for like $20.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's a great price.
Yeah.
And you got digitals on here.
Mm-hmm. And digital catch up, you can get both both issues once they're ready. And see, the way Fund My Comic works, it's like by price. I can't really switch it around. I got a black and white edition with a sketch cover on the back.
Yep.
So I got something for everybody. Like, you can build your own package. Like, all the shipping is set up. Like, it does say add-on only, and there is one person today who backed just the black and white, even though it said add-on only. You can't do that here with Fund My Comic. That's coming eventually.
Right.
So I contacted that said individual, and hopefully they reply.
Yeah, didn't they just launch a new feature or something?
I don't know.
He just launched something today.
It's so busy. Maybe that is it. I don't know.
It was something to do with, like, purchasing. I thought. I don't know. I was reading the press release that they posted on Twitter X.
I
But
caught
yeah, man.
that merchandising reference. That was fun.
Oh,
yeah, thanks. Yeah, you're old too. Yeah, I
yeah,
get it.
right. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice, man. This is cool, dude.
Yeah, I got a beer koozie. Nobody's got a beer koozie.
No.
I mean, the beverage koozie.
a beverage koozie of sorts.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
White Claw or whatever.
Yeah.
A
You'd have to
White
probably
Claw.
put 3 White
Yeah.
Claws in there. But yeah.
There you go. It's for a Colt 45.
Yeah.
You know those whatever. What do they call those?
40 ounces.
40?
The 40 ounces, right? A 40? Yeah.
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 I remember those back in the day. Duct tape them to your hands so you finishes first. No, you guys didn't do that? No.
No, I got zip tied
Not
to
since I met
another
your mother.
person.
No, yeah.
Oh!
I got zip
It's a
tied
good
to
time,
it.
man. It's a good
Yeah,
time.
but
Good
I
time.
didn't have, what was it? I didn't have a 40. I had a whole bottle of vodka. But the person I was zip tied to and who was supposed to finish it with me didn't like vodka. So I ended up just drinking the whole thing myself.
I hope it was like a pint or something.
Oh no, it was a 750. I'm not gonna lie. I
Passed out?
No, I'm a demon bound in
Blacked out?
human flesh, and that was especially obvious my freshman year of college. And there are some pictures I'm not proud of that no one will ever
the gay
see.
porn ones.
No, not those.
Hey, if you need to make extra money.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
photos,
true.
the photos. So, no, but this looks cool, man. The Mythicals 2 on Fund My Comic. Everyone check that out. You can also catch up with issue 1. Good stuff coming out from Hojo. Just came out in 2023. Is crushing 2023, and we got what more coming for 2024?
Yeah, hopefully we do it again in the spring. Try to get like these little two a year like events and get this out of my system so I can write other stuff.
Now, how many? I know you told me this the first time you were on the show when we were doing issue 1. Well, how many issues in this arc?
It's 13 and it's a double-sized finale, so I guess technically 14, but it's like 5 issues already written and it's all plotted out. Like I know how it ends. All the characters you meet in these first 2 issues are nobody's the same. No one's the same by the time we get to 13.
Oh, very cool, dude. Well, everyone, check out the Mythicals. Link is below. It's on Fund My Comic. If you miss it here, Hojo's going to be posting it up. He's going to do the rounds, hitting up Kickstarter, Indiegogo, hitting up those crowds, so you'll still get an opportunity to do it. And please also check the links. You guys can head on over to Amazon if you're eager to start reading Young Monarchs. If you have Kindle Unlimited, right here, it's $0. It'll be part of your membership. If not, it's only $6.99. That's a steal for 900 pages of some great story work by the Mr. B.S. Warren. And it's the good BS, not the bad BS. That's all I'm saying. And of course, head on over to Kickstarter. Check out Chris Ouellette's Satellite Girl #1. Again, first campaign for Chris. Amazing art. Sounds like amazing concept story-wise. Obviously, we haven't read the book yet, but we have seen some great samples. Just an awesome style, man. Dude, there's like so much I could do with you, Chris. Like, we could do so much fun stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the way you.
I agree.
This really, like, we could do some really funny shit.
Thanks, man.
Really cool stuff. So everyone check Chris's campaign out as well. Show him some love. And yeah, hopefully Tanner will get this on some other sites, hit up some of those patrons over there and continue growing this, you know. No harm in continuing to fund it elsewhere and just, bring in more followers and backers and fans.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's all about eyes, man.
It's all about the eyes. That's what I'm talking about. And I want to thank each and every one of you tonight for coming on, Chris. It was a pleasure meeting you, seeing your stuff.
You too,
Oh, Joe, it's great to see you again. I'm glad
Yeah,
that you're already into issue 2 and things are moving great for you. And B.S. Warren, man, you've got a lot on your plate. I'm excited to see, more books coming from you. You're hungry. You got a lot going on. I had a great time chatting with you when we got to hang out in Baltimore at the convention. And good luck to all you. And remember, everyone, click those links below, share those links, support indie comics, and continue growing this new golden age of creation, because this is where it's at. Direct to consumer, people. Direct to consumer. So everyone, have yourselves a great night. We'll see you all next week with some new shows. And have a good one, everyone. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
See ya. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at @ThePopXP and over on Instagram @ThePopXP. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.